नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आपण सध्या 11वी फिजिक्सचं तिसरं चॅप्टर मोशन इन अ प्लेन त्याचा अभ्यास करत आहोत, त्याचा स्टडी करत आहोत. आणि आजचा आपला हा तिसरा व्हिडिओ आहे, पार्ट 3. यापूर्वीच्या 2 व्हिडिओजमध्ये आपण काही महत्त्वाच्या कन्सेप्ट या चॅप्टरच्या पाहिलेल्या आहेत. आता आजच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपल्याला काय शिकायचं आहे, हे जे 11वी फिजिक्सचं तिसरं चॅप्टर आहे त्यामध्ये आज आपल्याला हा पार्ट शिकायचा आहे, ग्राफिकल स्टडी ऑफ मोशन. वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या ज्या मोशन असतात त्याचा ग्राफिकल स्टडी आपल्याला करायचा आहे. पेज नंबर 32वरती तुम्ही वेगवेगळे ग्राफ बघता, त्याच्याबद्दल आज आपल्याला अभ्यास करायचा आहे. आणि आजच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपल्याला कोणते ग्राफ बघायचे आहे, तर आपल्याला स्टडी करायचं आहे पोझिशन टाईम ग्राफ ऑफ रेक्टिलिनियर मोशन. सध्या आपण रेक्टिलिनियर मोशनबद्दल म्हणजे एका सरळ रेषेमध्ये होणारी मोशन त्याबद्दल शिकत आहोत. त्या मोशनचा आपल्याला पोझिशन टाईम म्हणजे वेळेनुसार पोझिशन जेव्हा बदलते तेव्हा ते ग्राफिकली कसं रिप्रेझेंट करता येतं, हे वेगवेगळ्या मोशनसाठी त्याचा आपल्याला स्टडी करायचा आहे. परंतु विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आजचा व्हिडिओ स्टार्ट करण्यापूर्वी मी तुम्हाला सांगू इच्छितो की माझ्या चॅनलवर मी 11वी आणि 12वीचे बरेचसे व्हिडिओज उपलब्ध करून दिलेले आहेत आणि 100% सगळे चॅप्टर्स मी माझ्या चॅनलवर अपलोड करणार आहे, जेणेकरून तुम्हाला घर बसल्या फिजिक्सचा अभ्यास करता येईल. फक्त थिअरीज नव्हे तर न्यूमेरिकल्स आणि मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चनसुद्धा त्यांचेही व्हिडिओज मी अपलोड करणार आहे, ज्याचा फायदा तुम्हाला CET, नीट परीक्षा, JEE परीक्षा यासारख्या कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह एक्झाममध्ये सुद्धा होईल. तुम्ही कोणताही व्हिडिओ बघताना शेवटपर्यंत बघा, पूर्ण बघा, तरच तुमच्या कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर होतील. आणि सगळे व्हिडिओज एक क्रमाने बघा. कुठल्याही विषयाचं असेल तर आपण जर मध्येच एखादा पार्ट शिकायला सुरुवात केली तर आपल्याला नीट कळणार नाही. सिलेबसची रचनाच अशी असते की अभ्यास हा पहिल्यापासून केला पाहिजे. पहिल्या चॅप्टरपासून, पहिल्या पार्टपासून 1 बाय 1 आपण स्टडी केला पाहिजे. मी सगळ्या चॅप्टरच्या सगळ्या व्हिडिओच्या नोट्स तुम्हाला उपलब्ध करून दिलेल्या आहेत. टेक्स्टबुक हे फार महत्त्वाचं असतंच, ते तर तुम्ही अभ्यासलं पाहिजेच. पण त्याचवेळी परीक्षेच्या दृष्टिकोनातून अभ्यास करताना शॉर्टमध्ये, कारण 2 मार्काचा प्रश्न असेल तर नेमकं 2 मार्काचंच कसं लिहायचं, किंवा 1 मार्काचा प्रश्न असेल आणि 2 ओळीमध्ये उत्तर लिहायचं असेल, टेक्स्टबुकमध्ये एक्सप्लेनेशन पानभर दिलेलं असतं, एवढं सगळं लिहायचं नसतं. मग परीक्षेच्या दृष्टिकोनातून तुम्हाला उपयुक्त होतील अशा पद्धतीच्या PDF नोट्स, त्या नोटची लिंक मी प्रत्येक व्हिडिओच्या डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्समध्ये दिलेली आहे. ते लिंक क्लिक करून तुम्ही त्या नोट्स डाउनलोड करू शकता, ज्या तुम्हाला परीक्षेसाठी अभ्यास करण्यासाठी उपयुक्त ठरतील. काही व्हिडिओच्या नोट्स अजून मी अपलोड केलेल्या नाहीत, परंतु लवकरच सर्व व्हिडिओच्या नोट्स तुम्हाला डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्समध्ये त्या नोटची लिंक मिळेल, तिथून तुम्ही त्या नोट्स डाउनलोड करू शकता. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, तुम्ही अजून चॅनल सबस्क्राईब केलं नसेल तर चॅनल सबस्क्राईब करा, जेणेकरून तुम्हाला कुठलेही माझे व्हिडिओज बघण्यासाठी पटकन यूट्यूबवर जाऊन तुम्ही ते व्हिडिओज बघू शकता. हे सगळे व्हिडिओज आपल्या मित्रांना शेअर करा, तुम्ही लाईक करा, त्यांना लाईक करायला सांगा. जे विद्यार्थी मित्र आपले 11वी 12वीला शिकत आहेत सायन्सला, आपले नातेवाईक मित्र असतील, त्यांना हे व्हिडिओ सगळे शेअर करा. चला स्टार्ट करूयात आजचा आपला पार्ट. या चॅप्टरमधला चॅप्टर नंबर 3, मोशन इन अ प्लेन. अँड टुडेज पॉईंट इज पोझिशन टाईम ग्राफ ऑफ रेक्टिलिनियर मोशन. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट. ग्राफिकल स्टडी ऑफ रेक्टिलिनियर मोशन. We know that rectilinear motion is a motion along a straight line. It is also called as one-dimensional motion because only one axis, that is x-axis, is sufficient to describe the motion, to study the motion. Consider a car moving along positive direction of x-axis from left to right. its position continuously changes because the car is in the state of motion. Its position continuously changes. Position means value of x on x-axis continuously changes. This change in position with time can be represented in table in tabular form as shown in this figure. In first column we take time in second, and in second column we take position of that car from mean position, and that is measured in meter. At 0 second, position of car was 0 meter, means this car was at this origin mean position. After 1 second, car goes to the new position, say 2 meter from the origin. After 2 seconds, car goes 5 meter, new position is 5 meter. In this way, as the time increases, position of that car changes. So this is tabular representation or tabular study of that rectilinear motion. And from these values, from this data, from this table, we can calculate average velocity. We know average velocity is rate of change of displacement upon time. And what is displacement? Change in position upon time. x2 is final position, x1 is initial position upon this time. So you can calculate average velocity in between any 2 points, in between any 2 times. x2, for example, suppose this 15 at 5 second, x1 suppose this 2 meter at 1 second. So 15 minus 2, that will be displacement, change in position, and this 6 minus 1, that will be time. From that you will get average velocity between these 2 points. By using this formula, you can calculate average velocity between any 2 times or any 2 points, any 2 positions. Similarly, we can calculate instantaneous velocity at any time, at 3 second, at 4 second, at 5 second, or at any position. We have seen the difference between average velocity and instantaneous velocity in last video. These two velocities are different. So using this data, you can calculate average velocity or instantaneous velocity using these relations. When velocity changes, there is acceleration. You can calculate average acceleration between any 2 points, any 2 positions by using this formula. Or instantaneous acceleration can be calculated using this formula. Instantaneous acceleration at any particular time, at any position, can be determined by using this formula. Or we can calculate distance covered by that car in a particular time by using this relation, distance equal to speed into time. So we can calculate average velocity or instantaneous velocity, average acceleration, instantaneous acceleration, distance covered by that car in a particular time using this data if that data is available. But same things can be determined using graphs, and in today's video we are going to study that graphical representation of rectilinear motion, graphical study of rectilinear motion. How? Try to understand now. First of all, consider position time graph of a rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means motion along a straight line along x-axis, one-dimensional motion. Position time graph means we will represent position of body on y-axis and time on x-axis, and that variation of position with time can be represented graphically. First of all, consider what is position time graph. A graph of position of a particle from origin of coordinate axis against time is called as position time graph. Position time graph means when you take the readings of position on y-axis and time on x-axis and then you plot that graph is called as position time graph. In first case, we will draw a position time graph for a stationary body, xt graph. T means time and x means position. We will take this t, time on x-axis, and this x is position on y-axis. For a body at rest, the position time graph is horizontal straight line as shown in figure. But before plotting that graph, first see what will be the readings for such a motion. Stationary body. Time increases but position maintains, but the body maintains the same position. The readings will be like this: time in first column and position in second column. At 0 second, the body was at 3 meter. See this figure, 3 meter from origin. After 1 second, body is at same position, 3 meter from the origin. After 2 second, 3 second, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, body maintains the same position 3 meter from origin, because the body is stationary, body is not moving. So body is not changing the position, body is maintaining the same position. Therefore this value of 3 meter, that is constant. When we plot this graph, taking this time on x-axis and this position on y-axis, what will be the nature of graph? See, the graph will be like this. On x-axis we will take time, this x-axis we take time, and on y-axis we take position. Position means these values of x. This is x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are the values of x. Now time increases. See in this figure, time is changing, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the position, the value of position 3 meter, that is not changing. Therefore the graph will be straight line parallel to x-axis. This graph is a straight line parallel to x-axis. It indicates that the value of x means this time is changing, value on x-axis, and on x-axis we have taken time. So time is changing because this graph, this straight line is going parallel to x-axis. But the graph is not ascending or descending, means value on y-axis is not changing, and on y-axis we have taken position, that 3 meter is constant. So its displacement, initially if suppose the body was at origin and after some time the body has gone that 3 meter, but after that the body is not changing, the car is not changing the position. The displacement from origin is 3 meter. म्हणजे कधीतरी पूर्वी ओरिजिनला होती, तिथून ती नंतर तिथं गेलेली आहे, पण एकदा गेल्यानंतर ती बॉडी आपली पोझिशन चेंज करत नाही. तेव्हा हे डिस्प्लेसमेंट 3 मीटर हे कायम कॉन्स्टंट आहे. टाईम वाढत जातो तरी हे 3 मीटर बदलत नाही, कारण हा ग्राफ असा वर किंवा खाली जात नाही. दिस इज ग्राफ ऑफ पोझिशन वर्सेस टाईम फॉर अ स्टेशनरी बॉडी. पोझिशन on y-axis versus time on x-axis. Slope of the graph gives velocity, which in this case is 0. Since the position is not changing, displacement of the object is 0, therefore velocity is 0. Try to understand the meaning of this. Slope of the graph gives velocity, because we know formula for slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And now we know velocity is rate of change of displacement. Displacement means change in position upon time. This y2 minus y1 represents change in position, and x2 upon x1 represents time. How? y2 means any point, say here on y-axis, and y1 means any point, second point on y-axis. So y2, 2 points on y-axis, they will represent 2 positions, and y2 minus y1 will represent change in position. And x2 means values on x-axis. On x-axis we have taken time. If we take 2 points, x2 and x1, these 2 values means 2 times x2 minus x1 will give time difference. Therefore we get displacement upon time, which is velocity. To find slope, we will have to take 2 points on this straight line. This is first point, x1, y1. Its value on x1, that will be some time t1, and y1 means some position on y-axis. Similarly for second point, if we want to find slope of this graph, we have to take 2 points on that graph. So we have taken both points on that straight line. x2 y2. This is second point. x2 means value on x-axis, that will be second time. y2 means the position on y-axis, that will be second position. But here you will see x1 and x2, these are two different values. Therefore time is changing. But y1, how to find y1? For first point, draw perpendicular on y-axis. y2, draw perpendicular on y-axis. We get same point. Therefore value of y2 and y1 will be same, and that is 3 meter, because the particle is not changing position. y1 is same because particle, that body is maintaining same position continuously. y1 is 3 meter, y2 is 3 meter. This graph is parallel to x-axis. Value of y is constant. There is no change in position. y2 minus y1 is 0. Slope of that graph will be 0. This slope gives velocity. Therefore slope of the graph gives velocity, which in this case is 0. Since the position is not changing, this position is not changing, position is constant. Therefore values of y1, y2, y3 all are constant. Position is same. There is no displacement. If there is no change in position, displacement of the object is 0. And if the displacement is 0, displacement upon time is velocity. If the displacement is 0, that means velocity is 0. For a stationary body, velocity is 0 because that body is not moving. This was first graph for position time graph for stationary body. Now second, position time graph for uniform motion along positive x-axis. Now suppose position time xt graph. X means position, which we will take on y-axis, and t means time, which we will take on x-axis. For a body with uniform velocity, constant velocity along positive direction of x-axis is as shown in following figure. That graph is shown in following figure. But before that, consider this x-axis. We are studying rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion is a straight line motion along one direction along a straight line path. Consider this motion along x-axis. Car is moving from negative direction to positive direction towards positive x-axis. Car is moving with constant velocity. एकसारख्या गतीने कार चाललेली आहे. Velocity is constant at any position at any time. What will be the graph? But before that, what will be the readings of such a motion? See in this table, uniform motion along x-axis. Suppose initially at time t equal to 0 second, the car was at mean position, therefore position was 0 meter from mean position. After 1 second, car goes to the new position 2 meter from origin. After 2 meter, car goes 4 meter. In this way, as the time increases, position also increases. As there is a change in position, in this case, there will be displacement. And as there is a displacement, there will be velocity. Car will have some velocity, but that velocity is constant because you can see this change in position is constant. From 0 to 1, change in position is 2 minus 0, that is 2 meter. From 1 to 2, change in position is 4 minus 2, 2 meter. Change in position is constant for any time at any position. Therefore displacement is constant. Therefore velocity in this case is constant. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी बघा तुम्ही, ही पोझिशन एकसारख्या पद्धतीने बदलते. दोन्ही दर सेकंदाला पोझिशन ती दोन्ही बदलत जाते. 2 मीटरनी बदलत जाते. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज युनिफॉर्म मोशन. हे जर एकसारख्या पद्धतीने बदललं नसतं तर ती नॉन युनिफॉर्म मोशन झाली असते. आता हा ग्राफ काढायचा आपल्याला, पोझिशन टाईम ग्राफ. म्हणजे टाईम एक्स ॲक्सिसवर हे रिडिंग्स घ्यावे लागतील आणि वाय ॲक्सिसवर हे पोझिशनचे रिडिंग्स घ्यावे लागतील. आणि हा ग्राफ जर आपण काढला, इफ वी प्लॉट दिस ग्राफ टेकिंग टाईम, दिस टाईम ऑन एक्स ॲक्सिस अँड पोझिशन मीन्स एक्स, these values of x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on y-axis, then nature of graph will be like this: straight line passing through origin, neither parallel to x-axis time axis nor parallel to y-axis position axis. See these readings. Time continuously increases, position also continuously increases, uniformly increases. एकसारख्या पद्धतीने पोझिशन वाढते. Therefore, we get this type of graph, straight line passing through origin. Now, displacement at any time is a change in position that will be represented by S. Slope of the graph gives magnitude of velocity. Magnitude of velocity is called as the speed. We know velocity is a vector which has both magnitude as well as direction. But when we say magnitude of velocity, means we consider only magnitude. That means that quantity is called as the speed. Speed has only magnitude. Slope of the graph gives magnitude of velocity. म्हणजे पोझिशन टाईम ग्राफचा जो स्लोप असतो तो व्हेलॉसिटीची मॅग्निट्यूड देतो. बघा तुम्ही, म्हणजे मोशन कोणत्याही प्रकारचे असू द्या, युनिफॉर्म, स्टेशनरी बॉडी किंवा नॉन युनिफॉर्म असू द्या, या ग्राफचा स्लोप म्हणजे व्हेलॉसिटी देणार. द स्लोप ऑफ द स्ट्रेट लाईन इज पॉझिटिव्ह, शोईंग दॅट द व्हेलॉसिटी इज अलॉंग पॉझिटिव्ह एक्स ॲक्सिस. म्हणजे स्लोप पॉझिटिव्ह येत असेल तर याचा अर्थ व्हेलॉसिटी पॉझिटिव्ह डायरेक्शनला आहे, म्हणजे कार राईटला चाललेली आहे. इफ द स्लोप इज निगेटिव्ह, in that case the car will be moving towards left along negative x-axis and velocity will be along negative x-axis. How to find the slope? Formula for slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. y2, to find the slope you will have to take 2 points. Say this is first point, then you will have to find its coordinate x1 y1. Similarly you will have to take second point and then its coordinate x2 y2. For first point, x1 means draw perpendicular on x-axis, you will get value of x1. y1 means draw perpendicular on y-axis, you will get value of y1. x1 will represent some time t1 because on x-axis we have taken time. y1 will represent some position on this x-axis at that particular time t1. Similarly, for this second points, if the coordinates are x2 y2, x2 means second time, time is continuously changing, then you will get new position by drawing perpendicular on y-axis, that y2. So in this case values of y1 and y2 are not same because position is continuously changing. So y2 minus y1 gives a change in position and x2 minus x1 gives a time. Change in position upon time, change in position is displacement, displacement upon time is velocity. Therefore slope of the graph gives velocity. In this case y2 is greater than y1, therefore y2 minus y1 will be positive. x2 is greater than x1, x2 minus x1 will be positive. Time is always positive, therefore x2 minus x1 will be always positive. Here y2 minus y1 is also positive, therefore slope will be positive. Positive slope means car is moving towards positive direction of x-axis and velocity is along positive direction of x-axis. As the motion is uniform, the average velocity is same as the instantaneous velocity at all times. We have seen in last video, for uniform motion magnitude of average velocity is equal to magnitude of instantaneous velocity. Average velocity means, see this table, average, if you take any two position, this 2 meter and 14 meter, and during in these 2 points, if you calculate average velocity and you calculate instantaneous velocity at any point, you will get same values. Therefore for uniform motion, average velocity and instantaneous velocity have same magnitudes. Also the speed is equal to magnitude of the velocity. In last video we have seen that for uniform motion, speed is equal to magnitude of velocity. In case of non-uniform motion, magnitude of velocity and speed may be different. But in case of uniform motion, speed and magnitude of velocity is same. This was graphical representation of a body moving uniformly along positive direction of x-axis. Now we will plot a graph of position time graph for uniform motion along negative x-axis minus x-axis. Position time graph, xt graph. X means position and t means time. We take time on x-axis and this x position on y-axis. Position time graph for a body with uniform velocity constant velocity along negative direction of x-axis is as shown in figure. Car is moving along negative x-axis. Consider this x-axis. We are studying rectilinear motion. Therefore, motion is a one-dimensional motion along straight line. Only one axis is sufficient, x-axis is sufficient to study this motion. Suppose the car is moving towards negative x-axis with uniform velocity. Velocity is neither increasing nor decreasing. Direction is also constant. Therefore, we can say velocity is constant, motion is uniform. What will be the nature of graph? Before plotting the graph, see what will be the table for such a motion. Again, we take time in first column and we will take these readings of time on x-axis and position in second column, which we will take on y-axis. Now see, when time increases 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, position from x-axis decreases. Its distance from x-axis decreases 20, 18, 16, 14. That means the car is moving along negative direction of x-axis. If we plot this graph, y-axis versus x-axis, on x-axis we will take time and on y-axis we will take position. The nature of graph will be like this. The nature of graph will be like this. This graph represents that time increases, time continuously increases, time never decreases. लक्षात घ्या, वेळ कधी थांबतही नाही आणि वेळ परत रिव्हर्स माघारी कधी येत नाही. काळ हा नेहमी पुढे जात असतो. टाइम इज कंटिन्युअसली इन्क्रीजिंग. बट व्हॅल्यू ऑन वाय ॲक्सिस, value on y-axis means these values 6, 5, 4, 3, they are decreasing because car is moving along negative direction of x-axis. In this case, slope of the graph gives magnitude of velocity of the body. म्हणजे यापूर्वी सांगितलं त्याच पद्धतीने स्लोप जो देणार आहे तो velocity. The slope of the straight line is negative, showing that the velocity is along negative x-axis. In this case, the slope will be negative. How? See. We know formula to find slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. To find this slope, we will have to take 2 points, say this point 1 and this second point, then find their coordinates. Coordinates of first point are x1, y1, that of second point are x2, y2, x1. To find x1, you will have to draw perpendicular from this point on x-axis. To find y1, draw perpendicular from this point on y-axis. Similarly, you can obtain the values of x2 and y2 by drawing perpendicular on x and y axis. Here you will see that x2, value of x2 will be somewhere here and value of x1 will be somewhere here. Value of x2 is greater than x1. Therefore, x2 minus x1 will be positive. Time is always positive. Time is never negative, remember. But y2, here value of y1 will be somewhere here and y2 will be somewhere here. y2 is less than y1. y2 is less than y1. Therefore, this y2 minus y1, that is change in position, that is displacement, that will be negative and slope will be negative. Negative slope means the car is moving along negative direction of x-axis and direction of velocity is along negative x-axis. As the motion is uniform, once again, the average velocity is same as the instantaneous velocity at all times. Average velocity and instantaneous velocity will be same. Also, the speed is equal to magnitude of velocity. As the motion is uniform, the speed is equal to magnitude of velocity. Uniform motion मध्ये speed आणि velocity ची magnitude सारखी असते. This was position time graph for uniform motion along negative x-axis. Now what will be position time graph for oscillatory motion? Try to understand. Position time graph for oscillatory motion is as shown in figure. First of all, see what is oscillatory motion. Consider this car at 3 meter from mean position, origin. Now car moves to and fro about this 3 meter. It goes towards right from this 3 meter and again towards left. So that motion is continuously repeated. Such a motion is called as oscillatory motion. Car is moving to and fro motion about this 3 meter. 3 meter is the mean position. But before plotting this graph, what will be the readings for such a motion? See in this table. At 0, suppose the particle, that car was at 2 meter. At 1 second, that car goes 3 meter. After 2 seconds, the car goes 4 meter. So position increases 2, 3, 4. After that, position decreases 4, 3, 2. Then 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. In this way, the position continuously, alternately increases and decreases. Such a motion is called as oscillatory motion. What will be the nature of graph? On x-axis we take time and on y-axis we take position. As usual, the nature of graph will be like this. This indicates that sometimes the position is increasing, at some time the position is decreasing. When the position is increasing, then slope of that graph will be positive and that car will be moving towards right along positive direction of x-axis. During this part, when the slope is negative, direction of motion of car will be towards negative x-axis. So here you will see that car is alternately changing the direction of motion from positive to negative. This is graph of position versus time for oscillatory motion. The direction of velocity changes from positive to negative and vice versa over a fixed interval of time. This is graphical representation of oscillatory motion. And finally, the final graph, position time graph, xt graph for non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion for uniformly accelerated motion. When there is acceleration, means velocity is not constant. Acceleration takes place only when velocity is changing. When velocity is changing, that means that motion is not uniform. That motion is accelerated motion. That accelerated motion is also called as non-uniform motion. The position time graph is as shown in figure. So continuously, that means see, this car is moving along positive direction of x-axis, but velocity gradually increases. Initially the velocity was small, but velocity then increases, value of velocity gradually increases. Such a motion is called as non-uniform motion. Before plotting this graph, see what will be the nature of, what will be the readings for such a motion. In first column we take time and in second column we take position from mean position. Now at time the car was at mean position, so position is 0. After 1 second, car goes to the new position 1 meter from origin. After 2 seconds, car is at 3 meter. After 3 seconds, car is at 6 meter. After 4 seconds, the car is at 10 meter. So time continuously increases. This values of x, distance from origin also increases, but not uniformly. एक समान पद्धतीने वाढत नाही. पहिल्या 1 सेकंदमध्ये पोझिशन 1 ने बदलली, पण नंतरच्या 1 सेकंदमध्ये 1 to 2 म्हणजे 1 सेकंद झाला दोघांमधला फरक. तेव्हा पोझिशन मात्र 2 ने बदलली 3 - 1. नंतर 2 to 3 नंतरच्या सेकंदामध्ये पोझिशन 6 - 3 ने बदलली, म्हणजे ही मोशन युनिफॉर्म नाही. What will be the nature of graph for such a motion? To represent this position time graph for non-uniform motion, once again we will take time on x-axis and position on y-axis. Nature of graph will be this. Graph is not a straight line. In this case, the slope of curve at any point gives the instantaneous speed of the body at the corresponding instant. In this case, in non-uniform motion, average velocity and instantaneous velocities are different. If you want to find instantaneous velocity at any point, say this is that point, at any time, say at 10 seconds, you want to find what will be the velocity of car at that particular position. So to find instantaneous velocity, draw the tangent to the point A. You want to find instantaneous velocity at point A. To find that, draw the tangent to this point A. This blue line represents tangent. Then find the slope of that tangent, that blue line, not that of graph, that curve, that red line. So how to find the slope? Complete the triangle. Complete the triangle. How to complete the triangle? Take these 2 points, this point as B and this point C, and complete this triangle. B, C and D. Then slope of this line is BD upon CD. Slope is equal to BD upon CD. We know formula for slope is y2 minus y1. When you take coordinates of this point D as x1, y1 and that of B as x2, y2, then BD means y2, because value of B you will have to see on y-axis, that will be y2, D on y-axis y1. So BD will be y2 minus y1. Similarly, CD will be x2 minus x1. So BD upon CD gives a slope of this blue line which is tangent to this curve, and that slope gives velocity at this point A. If you choose a different point, say here, then tangent will have different direction, its slope will be different. Therefore, in this case, slope at different points is different. Slope means instantaneous velocity. Therefore, instantaneous velocity at different positions is different. That instantaneous velocity is continuously changing. That instantaneous velocity will be different from average velocity. त्या डिटेल्समध्ये मी जात नाही. आता ॲव्हरेज व्हेलॉसिटी आणि इन्स्टंटेनियस व्हेलॉसिटीमधला फरक समजावून घ्यायचा असेल तर तुम्ही अगोदरचा तो व्हिडिओ माझा बघा. सो दिस इज द ग्राफ फॉर नॉन युनिफॉर्म मोशन मूव्हिंग अलॉंग positive direction of x-axis. In this way, in today's video, we have studied the graphical representation of position versus time. Thank you for watching.